Judging by the warm memories, the radio DJ Steve Wright was, in person, everything he appeared to be on his shows. His colleague, Sarah Cox, said his death at the age of 69 had left Radio 2 shattered. He was, she said, witty, warm and a huge part of the station's family. For nearly 40 years on Radios 1 and 2, he combined professionalism and personality to create a two-way bond with his audience. He was only on air this Sunday, while now the world of radio is in mourning for the voice behind Steve Wright in the afternoon.
We will tell you about a marriage where the groom is 103 years old and the bride is 107.
If good radio is about making the listener feel like they're part of the gang, Steve Wright was a master at it. For more than 40 years, he was a mainstay presenter on the BBC's biggest music stations. But his shows were about a lot more than putting records on.
I just wanted to not be a talking about the music guy. I wanted to talk about things. So whatever it was that concerned people, television or it could be radio, could be royalty, it could be anything that's about life.
They're all double parked out there, you sure?
Yeah! Wright was a pioneer. He changed the way music radio sounded. In between the songs were stories, characters and comedy. He created a format that so many have copied for his Radio 1 show, Steve Wright in the Afternoon. It drew in big stars, while his big-hearted, friendly approach won an audience of many millions.
He's died at the age of 69. Obviously, this is it's a tricky announcement to make.
The task of announcing Wright's death to radio audiences this afternoon was difficult for presenters who'd worked alongside him.
He made radio that you couldn't switch off. You know, you didn't have it on in the background. You leant in and listened because it was so funny and so clever and so smart. And I think he's the only presenter I've ever known who works all morning prepping the show and then goes in and works all afternoon doing the show. He put absolutely everything into that programme.
Hello there, good evening. I'm Steve Wright. Welcome to Top of the Pops. We have an excited crowd.
There were forays into television where he was a regular on Top of the Pops, but radio remained Steve Wright's favourite medium. And at the BBC, he was known for being kind and supportive to younger colleagues, among whom his death has come as a profound shock.
When I started at Radio 2 in 2013, he was absolutely lovely. He was the kindest, most generous, warmest man, and he always looked out for people. He took people under his wing. He was a really, really lovely man, and we're all absolutely devastated.
And I'm back for more love songs next Sunday. Ta-da then.
Steve Wright was last heard on air at the weekend on his Sunday Love Songs programme on Radio 2. The station's boss said tonight that Wright understood the connection and companionship that radio engenders better than anyone, and we all loved him for it.
Friends, Amy Stewart. How are you this morning? Is everything working? It's a normal programme today and also our pre-Valentine's edition, so it's sort of Valentine's Day here on Love Songs. May we have your full attention, please? Do whatever you need to do, breakfast or chores or sleep or tidying or cuddles, and then if we can get your full attention...
Right, I am going to count down the top 10. And at number 10, it's Love Action from the Human League. Number 9, Start Me Up, the Rolling Stones. Nice to see Alvin Stardust back in the chart with Pretend, that's at number 8. Hold On Tight to Your Dreams, ELO, that's at 7. The Japanese Boy, Anika, that's at 6. At 5 this week, it's Wired for Sound from Cliff Richard. Ottawa, Hands Up, Give Me Your Heart, that's at 4. At number 3, it's Souvenir from Orchestral Manoeuvres in the Dark. Soft Cell are at number 2 with Tainted Love. And the first week at number 1, it's Adam and the Ants and Prince Charming.
David Bowie and Absolute Beginners. Now, what a voice this guy has here. What a voice. Ladies, you are going to swoon again. Here's Freddie Jackson and Rock Me Tonight one more time.
Oh, come on and rock me. Ooh, girl.
Good evening.
So
Up to Struggle. Afternoons, Radio 2, every single day, every week, every month, every year. Getting away with it so far. It's okay so far. I'll be tired next week.
Mixture.
Much the same kind of thing that Terry plays in the movie. A mixture of oldies and new material. We do interviews every afternoon.
I think it's very interesting. A lot of people's the old fancies in it. It's not true, is it?
Survived all of the innovations.
I don't think it's a one-on-one people feel like you're in the room with them.
Yeah. You also.
That's right, indeed. And you're quite right. The statistic last year, people now listen to radio and watch TV. So in terms of hours,
I'm getting up very late.
yes.
Turn radio automatic. Stupid. It doesn't sound. It's just songs.
Wright. Welcome to Top of the Pops. We have an excited crowd and some good bands. And our other host is Mark Goodyear. Say hello to Mark.
Thank you very much, Steve.
Debbie Gibson, out of the blue. She came all the way over from New York to see us. Okay, now check this out. Here is LA Mix.
Just watch it go.
We're going to look at the charts now, 40 to 31.
This is Steve Wright's Peter Kay Christmas Special. BBC Radio
2. Well, hello again. This is Steve, and welcome to a festive one-off. For the next hour, it's my Christmas special with Peter Kay. Peter, of course, one of the UK's most loved comedians, and his award-winning shows include Phoenix Nights and the recent series Car Share. We talked to Peter about his recent smash hit memoir, TV, Big Adventures on the Small Screen. We'll hear about his favourite shows, and I'm letting Peter pick the music too. I know. So first up, before we talk, let's hear Peter's singing voice. Well, sort of. From December 2007, here he is in character as Geraldine McQueen from Britain's Got the Pop Factor. Here's Once Upon a Christmas Song.
Have you been a good little boy? Have you been a good little girl? Oh, 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 oh. Oh, 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 oh.
Once upon a Christmas song, everybody sang along. You'd see the joy on every face, and the world it seemed a happier place.